Joining us also live from Beijing is Einar Tangen. He's a current affairs commentator. Einar, he just wrapped up his time in Japan. Give me your sense of how this trip is being perceived there in Asia.
Well, quite frankly, Donald Trump has decided to use security kind of as a blunt instrument to get trade concessions. There's a feeling that he's ramped up tensions with a lot of Jekyll and Hyde rhetoric, and this has allowed him to say, listen, you're under a security threat. I need a deal to go back to the U.S. But that's going to turn quite differently when he comes to China, because he does not have that kind of leverage. So the question is, will Xi Jinping get his blueprint for power-to-power relations, or will Donald Trump get a deal he can take back as red meat to his base, or a little bit of both?
Well, you mentioned this Jekyll and Hyde. I mean, we're seeing these two messages. I want to work with you when it comes to the DPRK, but I want a better trade deal. He's given that message to Tokyo. It's going to happen in Seoul. Obviously, he's going to try and push the same sort of thing in China. Is he going to return to the United States empty-handed, do you think? Because this probably is not going to play well in any of those capitals, is it?
Well, right now he's going to be talking about the arms sales that he's planning to make to Japan, and I'm certain this will figure highly with South Korea. Look for something like South Korea could shoot down North Korean missiles if they had the right technology bought from us. So he's going to be talking about how he's creating jobs, creating a better playing field. During his election campaign, he made it very clear that he thought that America spent too much on security for other people and was getting nothing from it. He's going to be using that same theme and say, look, I went to Asia and I got something for the security assurances that we offer these people.
He's an unpredictable leader. That one thing I think just about everybody can agree on. You never know what he's going to tweet. Is there any concerns or jitters at all as he approaches China?
I think everybody has a certain amount of trepidation as to what will happen. Luckily, we're not seeing the tweet storm that we usually do. He seems to be a little bit under control in that area. I think China has a mature approach to Donald. They understand that he needs to be treated in a certain way, to be feted, to, be shown that he's a great leader, and that this helps a lot with the personal relationships and blunts any kind of efforts that he might have to kind of lash out against China for not doing what he wants them to do.
So what does a good trip look like for China when he leaves?
Well, that's the whole point. I mean, Xi Jinping has laid out a vision that goes beyond 30 years for his country. He's talking about a blueprint between two powers, how they can work together on contentious issues around the globe and regionally. Belt and Road Initiative, South China Seas, this, kind of preventing this four-power India, Australia, Japan, U.S. alliance try to hem in China. But it's just not clear that Donald Trump has either the people in place to evaluate such a proposal or to respond to such a blueprint. So from China's perspective, a win is if nothing really bad happens, the two part amicably and things go on and kick down the road until somebody wants to pick it up.
All right, Einar, thanks so much for joining us from Beijing. We'll keep our eyes on this developing story as he arrives, as we said, on Wednesday morning. Thanks.